morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good morning, NFL fans, to week 9 of the 2017 football season. Go Birds, I like that hat. But this week, our Birds come off another victory and play another home game, inviting the Denver Broncos to play here at the Link at 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Now, it's halfway through the season now. Where are we as a team, as a city, as a fan base? I think it's very obvious to say we are the best team, in record-wise, in the NFL. One loss we had against the Kansas City Chiefs week 2, and ever since then, we've played pretty consistent football with our strong front seven, opportunistic corners that have not been liability, bend but not break defense. Good special teams, regardless who's back there, but also brought in a kicker that has been very consistent throughout the weeks. And an offense that has played with a next man up mentality. No matter if we had injuries to offensive line or different people are producing different weeks, we have found ways to score points and put more pressure on the other team's offense to keep up with us, which helps out our defense to play smart football from our quarterback, especially when being blitzed and on third down. And proper adjustments by our coach to make sure that our players in their correct position and give us the best opportunity to win. Being one of the best teams, if not the best team, with time management, and then overall having the most wins so far this season. So we played against San Francisco last week. Big shout out to my buddy Jermaine. Came out to the stadium in all of his San Fran gear. More on that later on, but in all his San Fran gear. He was going with me. I said, hey, look, we're not just going to go to the parking lot. We're taking the L all the way down. We took the L from 69th Street down to the Broad Street line, which is one token. He weathered the Philadelphia storm, per se. But you know what? He had a great attitude. We had a great time. The season ticket holders and the fans in section C26 were absolutely awesome. We had such a great time. We even had people buying us beers and stuff. It was great. It was a great time from somebody that was not a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. We brought him in and made him one of ours. And I want to thank my buddy Jermaine for coming out and for the fans around us that helped make it a very memorable experience for one of my Navy friends. And this video will end with how our train ride went at the end of the day. But in that game, we played a very weird game where it didn't seem like a dominant game, but in the end, we won by 23 points, 33-10. And how did we do that? Long touchdown pass to Alshon Jeffrey. We've been looking for that all season, and we finally got it. A contested ball, and then he ended up, scoring a touchdown past 3 people. Okay. McGarrett Blunt running in the football from about, 12 yards out, 10 yards out? Okay. Not making a lot of mistakes and turning the ball over. The one turnover that we did have came on a route that it looked like Mac Hollins stopped a little early and caused for the interception. But overall, making good decisions on that side. And then on defense, just stopping the run like we've always done this entire season. We're averaging around 71 yards rushing a game, which is still, I believe, leading the league. Okay. And then our opportunistic corners that, yeah, we don't have Sidney Jones right now. We don't have Ronald Darby. It has not mattered. Jalen Mills was in the books. He studied film and he jumped the route and returned it for a touchdown. And then consistent special teams play. So this is the formula every single week that we've been winning with. Every single week. And it's, yes, it's getting redundant, but this is a great thing. It's getting redundant where we're winning over and over and over again, no matter who we're playing. Zach Ertz keeps catching touchdown passes because it seems like defense is their weak point, no matter what. Morning. Their weak point is against tight ends, the middle of the field. So we keep winning. You like that? Eagles video, baby. We want to win the whole thing this year, man. Can I get a hug for the first? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's like 6:15 in the morning. We got Eagles fans right here on Broad Street. We're just getting hyped now. This is nothing different. We've been like this. Now just the rest of the NFL is figuring it out. Have a blessed day, bro. Woo! I'm telling you, man. This is contagious. This is contagious, guys and girls, whoever's watching. This is what it's like. And this is why we gotta believe. What are we gonna think? That we don't have a shot to win the Super Bowl? Being the best team in the league right now? No, you better believe we have a shot, but we can't be satisfied with being paper champions halfway through the season. We're gonna feed off this energy that we have inside of our own city. We don't need NFL.com or ESPN and whoever, CBS and whoever. We don't need all these people that weren't talking about us at the beginning of the season to hype us up. I think we know what we have here. And then what did we do after the San Fran game? We traded for Jay Ajayi. We didn't mortgage our future and give away a lot. Dwayne Brown from the Houston Texans that ended up going over to Seattle. We looked to see what was available, right, on the market and what could help us in the longer term without mortgaging our future. So we traded for Jay Ajayi, which is still on his rookie contract as a 5th round draft pick, which means it's also not going to kill us money-wise for the next 2 years. And that's a smart move. You got to look at the moves that Harry Roseman has made post-Chip Kelly era, and they've been smart moves. Look at the way this team is built right now. With the personnel and the money and the contracts in the future. This could be something on the regular that we talk about now. And I love it. I love the optimism in this city. Through, yes, a game and football, and this is the fun version of it, but yes, we got to take advantage of it now. We got to enjoy the time that we're living in right now. And we can hope for a bright future. Because if you look at the landscape of the NFC East, we got a 3-game lead on Dallas. Morning. Every week, baby, every week. Go Birds, baby. See? I'm telling you. Looking at the Dallas Cowboys, who they got to play? They got to play the Kansas City Chiefs this week. Followed by Atlanta. And then we go down there. Look at Washington. We got, what, a 4-game lead, and we already swept them this season. They play against Seattle. Then the Vikings. And then the Saints. And the Giants are just out of it. I'm not even going to talk about them. So we look like we should win the NFC East if we do our job. And then about week 12, week 13, we'll talk about the NFC and what we need to do there. But we're looking to wrap up the NFC East and the #1 seed, so the playoffs come through here in Philadelphia. And it starts with beating Denver this week. Keep it 1 week at a time, just like next man up, next team up. Denver's coming in here with obvious strengths and obvious weaknesses. We'll start with their strengths. Von Miller. Yes, Von Miller. There's no team in the league that would not love to have this guy. This guy just does things off the edge that you're like, huh? Like, this guy's a defensive end. He moves like that. He has that kind of speed. He has that kind of dominance. He has great hands, great footwork, and he is just a disaster for any offensive line, including an offensive line that is missing Jason Peters and is starting Vaitai. Again, they had made adjustments second half against San Fran's defense, but we gave up some. But Von Miller. And then also their corners. Harris and Talib. Yeah, you don't want to pass against these guys lightly. You want to have a plan. But what is their weakness? Like all these other teams, their weakness is in the middle of the field and against tight ends. So, who do we have? We have Zach Ertz. Probably like the best tight end, if not top 3 tight end in the league. There's some other tight ends out there, I know that. But our tight end is pretty good, and he almost averages a touchdown a game. So, Their defense is their strength. Their obvious weakness is their offense. They have game managers as quarterbacks. Right now, they just swapped over to Brock Osweiler, which couldn't play on Cleveland. So that kind of tells you where Brock Osweiler is at. Simeon just made bad decisions all the time. Bad decisions. And their team can't hold on to the football, which means it's just going to give us opportunities all day if we take those same kind of opportunities to win the game and get out ahead like we normally do and put more pressure on them just to try to air it out. But that's not even their strength. So all we really have to do is play mistake-free football. Mistake-free football. Take advantage of the middle of the field. Run the football hard with Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount. As said at 97.5, we had a bull with LeGarrette Blount. Now we got the horns with Jay Ajayi. So all we got to do is do that consistently this week. And what that would mean is consistently win and get to 8 wins on the season, week 9. Put that much more pressure on the NFC East, on the NFC, and continue to put the NFL on notice that we're here to stay, we're legit, and we're here to win the whole thing. So let's come straight at this tough Denver defense with our newly acquired Jay Ajayi and LeGarrette Blount. Take advantage of their soft middle with Zach Ertz and smart QB play by Carson Wentz. And let's get after their game manager, quarterback, whether it's Simeon or Brock Osweiler. And let's continue to play with heart and bring home a victory and lead the NFL with 8 wins headed into the bye week. Let's get this W, baby. Go Birds. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Beat Denver.
Yo, how'd you like it, man?
All right, it was a good day with Will. Good day here in Philly. Yeah.
So we won.
Didn't turn out the way we wanted. No, there's always more.
Well, let's just end you on this one real quick. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. That was for you, bro. That was for you. Go Birds.